Alma College Tennis Alumni Fantasy Football League. How we doing today, fellas? I told you guys I have a very special treat for you for our last week in the regular season for our fantasy league here, and boy, we have had a great year. Unless you're me, everyone else, well, maybe no. Everyone else had a pretty nice year, right? T Fox is a hot 8-3. Lost an unfortunate one to me last week. Happens. He's pushing for a 1 seed. CMC's back, fellas. Let's give Tristan credit where credit's due. I don't think he's going to be shit this year. CMC has been an animal. Jaden, I apologize. Game does not recognize game, my good man. 6-game win streak comes to an end, but boy, are you screaming for a number 1 seed and a bye. You're one of the hottest teams in the league right now, and it's coming down to you and T Fox most likely for the 1 seed in the Braveheart division, right? I'll go over the playoff stuff a little bit, but A-Chance, monster. Kyron Williams, SETI, small floor, or high floor rather, been very solid. Holy. Trayvon Henderson coming alive too. And Olave's been steady as it is all year long. The only thing that's going to stop you, Jaden, is your receivers, man. Figure it out. Jared, I can't wait to make you 7-5 to make sure you play first round, all right? Because I am not too scared of your team, buddy. I think you've had an easy schedule, my man. Your team's been okay. Lamar's been a big disappointment for you. So is Justin Jefferson. A little bit of injury luck there. J.J. McCarthy's been absolute booty cheeks, but number 9 will come get him. You watch. And tough week, especially if Jacobs doesn't play, Jared. I don't think you're getting a 1 seed this year, my man. Matter of fact, I think the old Sandro's Icebox getting another win. But we'll let that be. Ooh, baby. Gordo. What a terrible trade I made with you. Huh? Hindsight's 2020, right? That trade was straight garbage. Boy, Josh Allen is balling out MVP, at least fantasy MVP numbers, right, dude? Bijan Robinson's been a monster. George Pickens being IR1 or WR1 in Dallas. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. Missed the first drive and said, fuck it, watch this, I'll put up 30 points. Whatever, that's so fucking stupid. You're going to score 160 points every week as long as your guys stay healthy. And even your bench is like, oh, damn, dude, that's his bench. Fuck. Whatever. Raleigh, point score, balling, dude. I'm impressed. I think you're in. I think it's safe to say I'll go over playoff stuff, but whatever. You got a lot of points right now. Travis Kelce's been shockingly steady. Apparently the work phone's blowing up right now. This is crazy. Don't worry. It ain't important. I'll just mute him. Oh, but no, Gibbs has been awesome. Obviously, we had a couple of weeks there with the Lions rush games. Starting Monty at running back 2, I think might be the Achilles heel for you. But boy, when you got Puka Nacua and Jalen Waddle getting the amount of targets that they get a game, you're all right, man. Trust me. Trust me. Oh, Grant, my preseason number 1. And I think he's going to make the playoffs, boys, and you don't want to play him. This dude's been absolutely balling. Let's take a quick gander at the old dipped beefs. Oh, I will say, you lose Jamar Chase, dude, at the worst time. Because Luke is hot on your ass for points forward, dude, and him spitting on fucking whatever his name is from Pittsburgh, dude, that's unfortunate. But boy, oh boy, Trey McBride has come alive. Amon-Ra's been quiet the last couple of weeks, Grant, but I ain't too stressed about that. And Javonte Williams has to be your MVP, dude. Oh, Stephon Diggs is catching heat. You got Chase Brown on the bench. Watch out, folks. Grant might be making a Super Bowl push. Preseason number 1, I fucking told you guys. And here's my preseason number 2, the Sheboygan Next. Luke, oh boy. You're still alive. You better hope fucking JT puts up another 50 burger, brother, if you want to get in this. But boy, Higgins has been nice. Huge perk for you, though. Jamar Chase is out. And Joe Burrow's practicing. Full participant today or yesterday. So that's good. Ferguson's been getting a lot of volume. A little word of advice, Luke. Please stop wasting Jonathan Taylor's fucking nuclear numbers, dude. He can only put up 50 points and you fucking still lose. All right? That's one too many times. Whatever. Brett, my man. Not looking good for you, dude. It really isn't. I know Derrick Henry's been coming alive a little bit the last couple of weeks. Tua's actually been doing pretty good. I know he didn't do up crazy numbers for you last week, but Tua's been doing pretty good, Brett. He's on a bye. So is Keenan Allen. Ooh, rough bye week for old Brett. We'll go into the matchups here in a second. But, man, we'll see, dude. Oh, boy, that's a tough bye week for you, Brett. Noah, I'm sorry for your loss, dude. Hopefully you can play spoiler. I don't think... Who do you got this week? You got the Necks. Beat the Necks, and the Necks are out, dog. So maybe you can play spoiler. That's the best thing you got going for you. And then there's me. I'm coming off a dub. My team can't score points. My team's not healthy. My team is ass. And can't believe I traded away Josh Allen and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Maybe I'd have a couple more wins. Live and learn, fellas. Live and learn. But at least I still got that from a different league. All right, let's get into this week's matchup, shall we? And I tell you what, guys, my game of the week, it has to be T. Fox and Jaden. They're both 8-3. Winner of that wins the Braveheart division, gets that first round bye, and that is huge. Let's take a little deep dive here. We got at quarterback, we got Hurts versus, I believe, Purdy's playing. And, yikes. Sorry, Tristan, but... sorry, Jaden, my apologies. Hurts is playing the fucking shitty Cowboys defense. I don't know, they looked okay against the Raiders, but that is the Raiders. The Eagles lost Lane Johnson. I'm not sure if he's going to be back. We'll see. But, boy, I think I'll take Hurts over Purdy there. You got CMC versus Kyron Williams and Jalen Warren versus Trayvon Henderson. Yeah, CMC's just been a monster, dude. I think that's gonna go in T. Fox's favor too. The running backs are wide receivers. Now this is where I lean right back towards you. I think, Jaden. I like Rashee Rice. He's been getting a lot of volume. Emeka Ibuka's been a little slow for T. Fox. Nico Collins has been sporadic, but Davison Mills is kind of feeding him the rock. That's okay. Devontae Williams, I think, is what's gonna hold you back here, Tristan. He's so touchdown dependent, and he's been kind of quiet the last couple of weeks. I mean, he had one catch for a touchdown last week. Yes, great for the Rams, but not great for fantasy. And guess what? Michael, I think it's Michael Wilson. Yeah, Michael Wilson pickup for Jaden with Marvin Harrison Jr. out. Dude put up a 30-burger last week, guys, with 18 fucking targets with 15 catches. They're only projecting him at 14. I think that's a little low. He's going to get fed the ball. Tight end. Oh, boy. Shedeur Sanders is playing. But yeah, Njoku's not going to do much, Jaden. Sorry, I'd rather go with J.J. McCarthy and T.J. Hawkinson or whatever. Darnell Mooney, I think, is a very favorable matchup compared to DK Metcalf for you, Jaden. With Drake London being out, I know it's going to be fucking shitty-ass Kirk Cousins throwing him the ball, but I think he's going to get targets. We got the bricklayer and the rapist replacement. I think the Lions are going to put up points this week, so I'm going to go Jake Bates. Tough bye week. Actually, terrible bye week for Jaden. Devon Achane, Ladd McConkey, Justin Herbert, and Cameron Dicker, dude. 4 players. And Garrett Wilson went on IR. And Dalton Kincaid has been a top 10 tight end all year, except for he's been out the last 2 weeks. Yikes, dude. ESPN says Tristan's going to win by 20. I got Tristan winning by 30. Tristan's locking down that number 1 seed for this game matchup of the week, fellas. Jaden, nothing wrong with the Braveheart 2. I think you're going to get the Braveheart 2. But, yeah, that'll be interesting, guys. Very interesting one. Oh, Jared versus me. I'm not even favored to win, and fucking Jared still has Jacobs in his lineup, and I'm still projected to lose by 10. Isn't that just sad? I'm sad. Yeah, it's probably going to be Jared there, and Jared could shuffle some things around. Noah versus Luke. This is very interesting to me because as of right now, it's a pretty close matchup, and Luke, Luke has Cameron Cortland Sutton. Jesus Christ, on bye. He's going to need a 50-burger for Jonathan Taylor because Barkley has been really kind of average this year. Granted, he plays the Cowboys, so I think he'll be okay. Yeah, I think Luke's going to pull it out, but I don't know. Luke's going to need a big game from Saquon Barkley, I think, to pass up Grant to make the playoffs. But boy, we'll find out. We will find out. Let's see what we got. We got the Slim Reaper versus Call of Duty. This is just for fun for Gordo. He's locked up the 1 seed on the Pine Knot Bar division. His team's healthy. His team is scary. This really doesn't matter for him. Oof. Tough bye week for Raleigh. What is it with everyone owning the fucking Chargers? Granted, Hampton's on IR. You got Gadzadin the second. He's on bye. Quinston Johnson put up a goose egg for you last week. Bye. Jalen Waddle. Bye. Yikes. Not a good bye week for you. Ooh, but you picked up Wilson for Green Bay. He'll get the rock a little bit. Worthy's such a home run hitter. Gordo's blowing you up out the water. And Riley, don't worry, dude. I think you're a lock in the playoffs, but we'll go over that. Grant versus Brett. Tough bye week for Brett, too. Tua, Keenan Allen, Troy Franklin, Evan Ingram, Calvin Ridley's on IR. Whoop-de-doo. Trey Benson's still on IR. Marvin Harrison got a fucking appendicitis, so he's out. Oh, man, Grant, you're going to need someone to step up big for you if you want to make the playoffs. Because if for some reason I think Raleigh's going to lose. So I think Raleigh has at least that playoff spot locked. Boy, we'll go over it, but it's not looking good for you. Boy. At least you got Chase Brown on your bench to hopefully plug and play for Jamar Chase. I can't believe he spit on Jalen Ramsey. That's fucking crazy. What a fucking idiot. What an absolute idiot. All right, guys, let's take a look at our playoff pick. Our picture, if you will. Gordo, wrapped up. Enjoy your bye, my man. We'll see you in week 14 when it matters for you. Like I said, Jared's not technically out of this for the 1 seed. I haven't done the math on it, but the tiebreaker is not points for, fellas. It is divisional record. So, let's say, Tristan beats Jaden and Jared beats me. They're both, that wouldn't matter. It's a winner take all for that 1 seed. Jared, no matter what you can do, you can't get higher than the 3, I think. So you're playing next week, but boy, that's a big matchup. That's why it's our matchup of the week. And I still got T. Fox getting it. And trust me, a bye is huge, fellas. A bye is huge because they get that bye, and then we go right into the week 14, week 15 combo. Oh, here's where it gets a little messy for that 5th auto spot. We got 4 teams at 5 and 6 guys. You got Raleigh, you got Grant, you got Luke, and you got Brett. This is, I think, is most likely going to happen. Sorry, I wrote a lot of notes down. I had to do a bunch of math, all that good stuff. I know you guys think ChatGPT helps me out, but I'm fucking literally on Word right now doing all this math and whatever. But anyway, this is what I think is going to happen, right? I think we're going to have one to two teams finish 6 and 6, and they're both going to be tied for that 5th automatic seed, right? I think Raleigh, no matter what Raleigh's in. So I think we're kind of figuring out who's going to be that 5th seed or who's going to be the 5th seed. Because I don't think Raleigh's going to be Gordo this week. So I think Raleigh's going to move to 5 and 7, but Raleigh's our highest scorer guy in the league. I think Raleigh is a lock in the playoffs. So we're fighting for one more spot. And that's between Luke, Grant, and Brett. Now, Luke has a somewhat favorable matchup, right? Noah's team's struggling this year. But, it's not, ESPN projections don't have that far off. And then you have Dipped Beefs in the Hasbulla fan club. That's Brett. I tell you what, if Grant wins that matchup, Grant is in the playoffs. That's how I see it. That's what I think is going to happen. Brett needs help. He needs to put up 150 points. He needs Luke to have a stinker of a week. He needs to beat Grant, put up 150, and then he needs to outscore Grant by 40. It's not looking good. Because when you look at our bottom 6 guys that haven't locked that playoff position, you got Raleigh with about 1,500 points for, and then you got Grant 90 behind him, and then you have Luke about 60 behind Grant. So I think projections wise, I think it's gonna be Raleigh as that wild card 6, and Grant is locking in that automatic 5th seed. That's just how it's gonna be. To really, I don't see how Raleigh's a lock. So nice job, Raleigh. You're locked. That's kind of what I see, But yeah, it's going to be an interesting week, fellas. I'm excited, especially if Grant wins this whole ordeal. Then I can look at you guys and say, look, my preseason rankings are right, man. He's number 1. But no, I'm looking forward to what we can for the playoffs. And remember, guys, every matchup matters in the playoffs. Depending on where you finish in the playoffs is your choice of draft pick, right? So Super Bowl champion, you get the last choice of where you want to draft. If you win the toilet bowl, I hope it's me. I get to pick where I want to pick first in the draft, right? That's how we're determining the draft next year. And hopefully, hopefully Luke beats Noah, so we get to see the Alma fight song sung, and he has to. I can't remember how many beers he's got to drink for whatever, how many losses he has or whatever. But no, what a fun year of fantasy, guys. I can't believe we're at the end of our fantasy regular season in this league. Obviously, we got quite a ways to go for the NFL season. It goes all the way to February if you want to count the Super Bowl. But exciting year. I'm looking forward to what we can do, guys.